Hmm. Hey, everyone. Stack pre-fights. I probably should. I'll do one at a time. I guess we can survive the first one. I'll rotate in Werewolf after this. I'm not doing Sector 6 tonight. But I don't think I've used Adam in Incursions yet. Or if I have, it's only been Sector 4. Yeah, it sounds fun, Bean. Well, Perpetual Offense is insane for him, so that seems pretty obvious. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, we didn't get credit for his first armor up. I didn't realize. It does make sense, though. Hey, Ryan. Welcome. Ooh, Mixmaster for Adam? That's going to be really annoying. Should have read the notes, but that's alright. Deadpool loves his light attacks so much. Oh, why did I use this special 2 again? Stick to the special one always. No, I did not try to use the freaking pod. Okay, this is going to be fun. At least I can't accidentally use it again. Dang it, I shouldn't have done that. We finally did damage and it was like, oh boy, that's a lot of damage. Alright, let's... He's just so annoying. Yeah, I'm fine, Rye. Night's been fine. It's just very funny that those were our first nodes for Adam. Oh my god, is my internet going out? It looks like YouTube took a dive as well. Okay, there we go. But then my all my USB devices dropped out. This stream is going excellently so far. Hi, Snoops. Ridiculous. Ooh, okay, yep. I don't see anything else important in here, so let's go pick our prowess buffs. Doing okay, Snoops. We're just trying to have fun with Adam, and the first node was, I'm gonna lose my mind with accidentally activating the pod. Yeah, you might want to restart the stream. Sometimes when something happens that you need to get it smooth again. Sorry, I stopped saying. The first one we got Mixmaster and Prove Yourself, which is terrible for Adam. There we go. And it was so annoying in that first one because Prove Yourself means you can't use the special too, and that's Adam's like only sustain. Like, leave me alone. Okay, that's fine. That's also fine. We can block him once and get our permanent willpower going. Critical rating is good. Yeah, that looks like the only important one at the moment. Hey, EST. Critical rating obviously is going to do next to nothing for Adam once he gets his precision, but until then, it's still not bad. Love that. That was my fault, though. I should have, what's the word? I should have blocked once first. Oops, killed too quickly. It's kind of funny, you only get the regen if you don't kill your opponent with the special too. I know this is only Sector 5. This is pretty good for a rank 1. No, I am not facing Brawl, thank you. Let's go ahead and use Werewolf. Just cuz. I feel like that would have been a lot more impressive if the fight had been longer. Hey, Trenton, welcome. Am I saving my Titan shards? I haven't fully decided yet, but I'm leaning towards yes. I like Silk. I think Danny is very good. Kindred is, I think, underrated and is a solid defender. But Onslaught is cracked. Bluntly. And I like Bullseye and Ava quite a bit. Like, even if everybody who's still up for balance review in that Titan crystal gets nerfed, it will still be good, right? Like if Cheel, Kushala, Werewolf, Morbius, Onslaught, Bullseye, and White Tiger all get tuned down, I would still be excited. And that says quite a bit. I would say I enjoy it more Snoops. Because, like, especially the classical music, I still love it. But I find myself able to let go a bit more and not focus on like exactly what did they do with that phrasing decision. What's the let me just memorize this tone. I really need to write it on the fabric of my brain so I can try and sound more like this next time I pick up the horn. I don't miss that stuff. You said this current one is objectively better than the previous one? Than the next one? I don't think I said that. It's just a full month away. Hey, Travis. Jerk. I don't remember saying that in Edge. I probably just have crit on mine. Um, nope, special damage. It like it almost doesn't matter for him because so much of his damage is ruptures, right? And nothing you do boosts that. There is no stat focus for improving red numbers. Um, so you could almost do whatever the heck you wanted, right? I'm using special damage because he's a mystic and he throws more specials. You could use critical rating. You could keep it on adrenaline for all I care because then if you do get hit, you make it back, right? That might actually be more net health than block proficiency in some cases. I don't know, man. None of these really matter. I guess we'll take debuff duration especially for Wolf. No, it does not snoops. It's similar to a prowess, which only improves hit damage. Oof, special chaos inversion sounds gross. I think I might swap in my new Wiccan for that. But not if we're taking I-Bomb. Oh, right, not if we're going to, we can't go over there if we're swapping anyway. Mm, yeah, tunnel vision's no fun. I think this will be okay. I don't know, EST. I saw somebody ask that question in the CCP and I haven't seen an answer yet. Jerk. That's pretty good. Think Sunday night should be fine. It might depend on your time zone. Sunday night looks okay to me. If you have the option of starting early, I would probably recommend it simply so you don't like end up in a spot on Sunday where you feel like you have to stay up longer. But I don't know. Jesus Christ, Tigra. I forgot about that. Ouchie. Alright, well, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I'm in. Toad is broken against Fury. It's amazing to me that everyone seems to only be discovering this now because he was broken all of last month, too. I understand it's probably like just because people are trying out their updated Dannies and that's why they realize because it's the same thing. But like Toad and Danny were broken last month too. The problem is with Fury. I understand why Fury says what he says, but like it's always worked that way, right? Um, we had to rebuild part of what Fury does because, as with so many things with Fury, he's basically cheating all the time. So we had to rebuild part of it, and then that broke one thing, and then I thought we fixed the thing, but apparently it didn't break or it didn't fix this other thing. So, yay. But yeah, that's the problem. Gotcha, UST. I do understand that. Of course, the revive farms get hit before Saturday, so that might be a little bit mute or moot. Nightcrawler with explosive personality sounds gross. Try and figure it out though. Hey, Victor. No, they have not been hit yet. Well, that hurt. I tried to back up and block, and then she just threw it anyway. The current Fury is bugged. That is not how he's supposed to be. Yeah, I've also been doing a little bit of farming bean. I do still have one path left. I really would like for you to throw this. And he's like, sure, I'm just gonna wait for Curse of Lycanthropy to fall off. You stupid rat. I know you can't hear this, if I'm correct, Bleezy, but it sounds like you might be very far behind. But I hear you on the left thumb if you are here. Yeah, I got my email today as well. I don't know why, but my guess is that maybe enough people complained that they did another round to check and see if the if people had changed their settings or something. Power play and prey on the feeble is rather rude. It's fine. I think we want to take the Elsa to try and heal Adam. Play slow. Thanks, Snoops. Did not mean to go into the pod there. Did not mean to go into the pod against somebody without, or somebody with a stunning special one at all. Very annoying. Well, should have just let him fall off and not pushed to special 2. Excuse me! God. What? What? No! She was blocking. I'm watching that back. She was blocking. She was definitely blocking. This run has been so cursed. Hey, Joey. Really want to spend these. Well, I can get a revive later. Let's see how this goes. It is what it is. So annoying. Hey, Walrus. Hey, Bree, do you mind being a little bit less aggressive? My inputs aren't feeling great either, which is not fun. Jesus. Same, Blazy. Just trying to have fun here. Alright, please be something I can take. Fine. Fine. Fine, 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 fine. Cool. Dismay is a small problem if we decide to try and go for intercepts, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Oh, it's Cap. I should have used Adam to get the healing. And I should have just not concerned myself with damage. Why did I do that? I said that wasn't smart. Of course the AI is just going to sit there and wait. He's not duped. Hate everything. That is not the first time I've tried to use unblockable specials with Moondragon. This is one of the problems with playtesting champions before they come out, because, like, with the exception of since I've pulled her, I have just only ever played a duped Moondragon, and it's really messing with me. He's not gonna throw it. Dude. No, no, don't use the pod. Never use the pod. I give up. Nope, I'm done with this run. Everything is... I give up. I'm clearly not focused enough for Sector 5. And it's putting me in a bad mood. I apologize for the relative lack of entertainment, everyone. I don't know why I'm off today. Congrats, Bleezy. It's awesome. Okay. God. That makes me feel better. Alright, is there anyone I want to play with in Sector 4? Did I ever get around to really exploring Sauron? No, I haven't. I keep trying, and I'm just not a fan, but that is a good call. We should at least give it a go. Hey, Safa. That's a good shout, although I will call out, you actually can change relics during incursions. Sorry, Beam. See what Sauron looks like if he actually has prowess. Oh, I see it. Why is it doing that? Hey, Vega. Are you gonna come back and not be weird? No, it's still doing the clicking. That means I probably have to restart the game. Alright, I'll do that after this fight. One sec. It's been a night, Vega. I tried to have fun with Adam and with Moondragon, and like I just kept getting all of these nodes that said no, absolutely not, no fun for you. Yeah, like obviously Adam loses his combo all the time. The very first boss had prove yourself, and that just should have been the frickin' that should have been the clue. Very annoying. Elsa was extremely mean for no particular reason. This Sauron is having the most incredible ability accuracy. That is so many hits to only then get that many prowess. Insane. I didn't read the nodes on him. Did he have some kind of damage cap? 12,000 felt too low. Again, with the inverted controls. I mean, I'm just gonna deal with it, but I don't like it. Hey, Phil. I let him get too much. Dang it. Critical resistance already. Oh, I probably should have gone for the special 3. That would do more. Yeah, I should have. This would definitely be more fun if she were duped someday. That's fine. Cool. They're really loving the dismay today. Somebody should tag Aiden. He's going to be annoyed if I tell him later I was using Sauron. Damage still feels pretty mediocre, I'm not gonna lie. Thanks, pal. Yes, Victor, I reckon they will eventually offer something like that. I will say the more I play him, the more I feel like I do have some real ideas for how to tune him up. But I would really love to just delete a couple lines. Take care, Bleezy. Have a good one. Appreciate you hanging out. I think they're generally good, Timo. Namor definitely feels like the biggest miss because it's so hard to get him to Sig 200. but I'd rather him here than in a Titan crystal. Excuse me. I do feel like my inputs have not been fantastic today. It's helping my mood. Do I mind sharing what I think would make Sauron better? So much of it is just uptime. Like, that's kind of when I say that I would just kind of like to start deleting things, that's what I mean because there's just too much happening. Like, somehow this kit isn't that long, but there's too much happening, and most of it individually doesn't matter. But you can't actually tune up all of it because if you tune up all of it to matter, then he's probably too strong. No, Void is not a miss because Void is incredible at Sig 1 and Void is a decent defender at Sig 0. Very, very different than Namor. Um, like this first bullet on his Sig is just so why? Why does this exist? It's not even good on defense because you're not likely to get the degen passive up. Void doesn't need Sig 200. I'm not having that discussion today, but it's no, Void doesn't need Sig 200 at all. The immunities are fine. All of that's good. I don't mind any of this stuff with the regen. The prowess gaining additional ones when they fail due to ability accuracy modification is really cool. That's great. The unblockable passive, I hate. Because it's not just that heavy attacks grant an unblockable passive. It's that, like, it's especially that this other part, landing the first hit of a heavy attack consumes 3 prowess. And so it feels like there's this theory where you can use the heavy to control prowess so you don't get to unblockable because that's when you trigger the degen and then lose all of your prowess, right? But like the unblockable happens before you consume the prowess to get the heavy. And so it just feels almost like a straight downside because you don't really control when you get to 6 or 7 prowess because he's so random. And so this kind of precision control just doesn't make sense on a character with this much RNG. So something there has to change. I think I would probably make it so that like you get the heavy when you charge, or you get the fury when you charge the heavy. But then the unblockable only happens right as the first hit is about to land. So just swap those around. So you actually have a way to control the prowess, right? That's number one. Make the heavy significantly longer. I don't understand how, like, almost everything Sauron does pauses during specials. Well, not everything, but, like, there's several things in this kit that already pause during specials, but the Fury doesn't. That definitely needs to change, right? The bleed passive is fine, but why is it 4 seconds? Like, everything is just so small. Prowess passive is removed at the end of specials is fine. Pausing the degen passive is again fine. I don't understand why the extinction mode degen is so small. It basically means that it's like it's just a timer. It's not actually damage. You could easily make that actually matter. Physical burst potency by 50%. Again, it's like it it almost makes me ask like just why is this there? It feels too small. And then again, remove all prowess passives, right? So I think that's probably my biggest thing is that like there's this theme all throughout the kit that you consume prowess passives. You burn through them And it's because of the special 3, right? Because he gets credit for all of those prowess passives that he's consumed. But it's only on the special 3. The payout is not nearly good enough, and it's only on the special 3. I think there should probably be something, maybe in extinction mode. If not there, then definitely on the special 1 and 2. But like, you should get credit for those prowess that you've consumed. You should get credit for doing the juggling act between gaining prowess and throwing your heavies to get the furies before the special 3. Because it's like, half of this kit is pointed at the special 3, and if the fight doesn't get there, then half of this kit doesn't matter. And then why are we here? I don't know. Sorry. Ah, talking design. I hope that makes some sense though. That's why when I say that his design bothers me so much, that's what I mean. That like, so much of the kit feels like it's pointed to a cool place, but then it just wasn't finished. He didn't follow through on the ideas. And I think that's a greater sin than somebody being undertuned. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean, Icarus, is that like, there are elements in there that look like they're pointing towards skill expression, but they don't do enough to be worth anything. Like, some of the some of the advice that I got early on in this job, one of the first pieces that comes up a lot and has really stuck with me, but one of the first pieces of advice I got was, in your playtests, tune things up so that we know what we're supposed to be doing. You will tune them down later, but tune them up so that the incentives are clear. And I feel like, I mean, I wasn't there for the playtest for Sauron, but I feel like that didn't happen. Another thing that comes up a lot in playtests is like, people will say like, reward me for doing the thing, right? Because as design happens, it's not that people don't think of that, right? That's what all of us want to do. But as designs slowly take better shape, you'll see them start to point in certain directions. Certain things will be more fun than others. And so you should follow that. That is the path of least resistance in design. When something starts being fun, you want to go chase that and make it more fun. Distill the fun and give people better payouts for that. Orient the kit around it. When I say Sauron doesn't feel finished, I'm not saying it as an indictment of overall power. I know some people say that sometimes, but that's not what I mean. It feels like it was never distilled. And see, why can you go unblockable when you don't even hit the opponent? Why can that happen? Nice, Slay. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's always weird to talk about Sauron J, because I know that he's tuned okay, that he works. But everything about the way he quote works just like makes me twitch. And I don't know if he would have made me twitch this badly 2 years ago. I didn't have him when he first came out, but like I've become more opinionated since I've started at this job. And it's not just because of the champions I've built, right? It's also watching all of the smart people on my team go through their processes and seeing the champions that they've built. That's what's made me so opinionated, because it's like we're all doing the things. And I feel like Sauron didn't do the thing. I can't commit to going and working on him tomorrow because I am literally in the middle of something. I forgot she was metal. Uh, right, but the degen buffs have extra 50% ability accuracy because of some hack that I picked up early on, so that's cool. Um, yeah, but I can't commit to going and like drafting an update tomorrow, but I feel like I will soon because I've been looking for ways to buff him that wouldn't make him overpowered, and I feel like something just clicked. I feel like Gladiator is the exact opposite. He feels super distilled and fun to play, but the payoff isn't there. That's a pretty good analysis, honestly. Like he's incredibly thematic and well designed in that sense, right? But you go and try and you it's yeah, Gladiator gets you to do the thing, but there's just like it's a combination of he should it's weird because we want to resist giving safeguards, right? We want to resist giving training wheels because too many training wheels is how you get kitty. Too many training wheels is how you get Herc. So like this is not a criticism of Gladiator's designer. It's that with the benefit of quite a bit of time at this point, he probably could use like one more training wheel, right? Right? And then the payoff for doing the thing can give you just a little bit more. Metallic outfit. Hey man, it could just be really well shined leather. I don't know. And swords don't count. We we go off of what you can't drop. We're doing heat metal rules here. I don't like Vivified. I don't think it's worth going over there. Biohazard. Sauron works for Biohazard. I'll give him that. Hey, Buzz, how's it going? Can I submit a ticket to Kabam requesting you get the rework on Sauron? I don't think I would have to fight that hard for it. Three physical resistance buffs. Are you kidding me? No problem, Jay. It's honestly one of the things that bothers me the most about a designer. If I don't like a character and I can't explain to you exactly why, I need to figure out. Thanks, Icarus. I really appreciate that after feeling like a very bad MCOC player at the start of this stream. I get what you mean, Slay. I think there are ways to restrict the training wheels such that they still require quite a bit of skill expression, but that's all I'll say at the moment. Nice, Omega. Appreciate you being a member. Who's my favorite revamped champion? Anything from full reworked to just tuned up? I mean, my cop-out answer is Mr. Fantastic, right? Because he got exactly the tune-up he needed to be really good, and it showed you how close the kit was. America Chavez is similar. That was a really good tune-up. Yeah, I'm gonna go with those two for now. There are a lot of really great ones, though. Yeah, Slay, same person. Is it up to the designers to say if they made a champ? I think we've been relatively open with it. We're just not publishing lists, right? And I try not to go through all of any one person's too much. I think that'll be fine. What do you do? Power lock. Oh, polka dot power. Okay. Also cool. Angela and Hulkbuster are good ones. Hulkbuster might be a little overtuned, but yeah, those are two very, very good ones. Like, the designs are fantastic. Well, you're probably not going to get that wish, Jay. Intimidate is not a special lock, and it never will be. That's a pretty hard line from us. Duration we might be able to talk about, but it's not going to actually prevent your opponent from throwing specials. Venom is a solid one, for sure. That designer rocks, and I want what he's smoking when he's creating these champs. That's really cool, Slay. I'll pass that along. He's also the designer for Bullseye, so if you haven't taken a look at him, do. Riddy Jabari's block VFX work. I haven't noticed that in a while. Please tell whoever put Sparky in the game that I'm forever in their debt. Or 7-star. Yeah, he's gonna be nuts. hyped for him. I'm not hyped for him to fight him. That's probably the appropriate response to Bullseye. This is gonna be weird. Shoutouts to Bullseye Special 3. Yeah, that one's fun. Yeah, I talked about this a bit in the spotlight, but like Bullseye is just super consistent, right? There's skill expression in getting him right, but he is extremely consistent. I've My take on Bitter's taste in champions is that he doesn't really like very even characters like that. He really seems to prefer the dopamine rush of like big payouts. And I don't mean that as shade at all, just in case anyone's reading it that way. Um, but yeah. Oh yeah, duh. Bleed debuffs. You cannot on Omega Sentinel with Venom specifically. His is a nullify. It says it in the text. Yeah, we don't need it. That's fine. I think Bitter would probably agree with that, but I don't know. That's a very loose read. And see, why doesn't that work? Oh my god. See, just like special attacks pause the degen, but if the degen triggers during a special attack because you gained more prowess, no pause for you. Come on, man. DLL, are you a big yellow numbers or big red numbers kind of guy? Slay's question is a fair one. Take a quick look at like every character I've built. I'm not really breaking the mold with the next one either. Spoiler alert. I didn't think very hard on that one. Happens to the best of us. I get hard eyes for Kate and forget about the rest. That's a good excuse. Take care, Victor. Hope the bread comes out good. Would I change anything about Gladiator? I shouldn't speak specifically to that. Rebalance info will be out soon. And obviously, I have extra insight there. None of these. Like, I'm not going to spend 50 units on what you call it, Sector 4, but none of these. I guess Rage into Combat? That's kind Why are people hating on Deathless Gilly? Because her kid is simple and old. The long and short of it. I certainly wouldn't have minded if we had thrown a single guaranteed degen on her special one. A lot of people wanted a lot more. Gross. Pilfer on Sasquatch is painful. I don't want to swap anyone out for Sector 4. Let's do something dumb. I can't guarantee how soon, Slay, but soon. Three more months until it's in game. That is correct, yeah. Or I think it's more like 2. I don't know. I have trouble keeping track of this stuff sometimes. Well, actually, let me think about it. Okay, January is Danny, February is Red Guardian, March would be Luke. So then, yeah, I guess it'd be April. So you'd be hearing about it in January. So yeah, 3 more months. Are Nameless King Groot and Deathless King Groot the same character model? I don't think so. I think it's been updated a bit. Excuse me. Want my 7-star to get a dupe for the persistent charges? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, don't you dare. Sorry, dog just walked into the room. You are not allowed to jump on my bed, man. How high is my Despair Mastery? Always maxed. My recommendation about the Deathless program is that y'all just assume nothing. because I have seen so many incorrect assumptions in the past 48 hours that it's triggering me a little bit. He should be fine then. Yeah, that one was pretty quick. Come here. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm looking forward to raids too. Yeah, I can't give a comment on that, Danksor, but I get where you're coming from. It seems fine. What do you do? That's fine. Also fine, but a little annoying, and we don't really need to heal. Mixmaster, pass. Yeah, let's do that. And remember down and out DLL so that you don't throw a heavy and then go, oops, I have to get to a special before I die. All right. Then 4 Alliance members dipped in the past 36 hours. Ouch. Well, you can still run 2 battle groups, I'm hoping. But that does stink. I'm sorry to hear that. There we go. That's how you handle down and out. Yeah, you can keep going. The thing, Jay, is just to remember that, like, if you want to get the boss down in a day, it's gonna cost some units. Because the intended play loop is to log in every day, do your damage, and then kind of wait. You and me both, Icarus. Ouchie. Oh, and that's another thing. You build all of this prowess, and it doesn't affect your healing. I feel like it should. Do I have plans on who to use it on? Yeah, Adam. Definitely Adam, I think. I'll take a look at my tier 6 again, but I think I'm at like 1 or 0 on Cosmic. And he has to go up. Are there any defenders that would benefit from subtracting lines of their kit? You mean like benefit from a player perspective, or benefit from like they would actually be better defenders if they were losing lines? Buffet over time is fine. Power snack on top of it is annoying, but we can deal. Yeah, it's an annoying Ultron. No, I'm not doing kinetic transference Spidey without an evade counter. Ooh, life transfer torch. Don't mind if I do. I hope you're not asking me, Divyansh. I work for the company. I'm not going to speculate on that stuff. As a game designer? Just like cleanliness? I mean, it would make his Necropolis fight a nightmare, but honestly, Sandman could probably do without crits removing his resist ups. I'm going to do a quick scan. Oh, for game design reasons, Zemo should absolutely have some restrictions on his Furies. Like, that doesn't need to go to max stacks 15. 1 or 2 would be enough. And it shouldn't be an effect. It should be personal effects. It should be personal effects or debuffs from nodes, right? Preserve the the hazard shift interaction. But he wasn't intended to like punish nullify immunes on power stack. That's absurd. And I know he wasn't intended that way, right? Like I'm telling you, his designer did not intend that. No, but that's what I'm saying, Icarus, is leave open the interaction to debuffs from nodes, but not passives. Like Absorbing Man would still have the same problem he does on Hazard Shift nodes. That's kind of funny, Omega. I don't think the game design is necessarily better than if you take that away from Havoc. I think you would want to put something else in, right? I think if that happens, then Havoc needs some way for you to remove the debuffs off of yourself without being punished. Because at the moment, he just has the line in his kit for Power Drain, removing the plasma off of him. If you take out the armor up thing, then I think there has to be some other interaction with the debuffs for that to not feel unfair and unfun. But I do think you could design that. Hmm. But that's the thing, Icarus. Photon is not no matter how good you play, you take damage. No, that's not a game design thing. I realize that this is going to sound very dangerous coming from me, so walk with me. I'm not suggesting anything fundamental change. But I want you to remember this game shipped without the dexterity mastery. It was not conceived as a core part of the game. Characters working around it is arguably more a return to the original vision and working around an overpowered mechanic than it is unfair BS. I understand how much of the community will push back on me saying that. However, Perry was not in the base game, Omega. Adam, 6-star rank 5 ascended or 7-star rank 2. I think I'd still take the rank 2 just because of long term. But if you already ascended him, then maybe the 6-star. Because the SIG is solid, but that's a how did people do anything? Find you a Dave and Buster's and play the arcade game. That's kind of what it used to feel like. Nah, that doesn't sound crazy at all, Dangsor. Hulkling is very powerful. Gotcha. Ouchie, he caught me. That's not fair. Only I'm allowed to be cute. Hey, Mom. What update were they made into Masteries? I don't remember. Oop. Yeah, I see it. Unfortunately, guys, you just gotta kind of wait for a second because when the video freezes, like I said, something is happening with my USB, like, yeah, my USB controller. Can't do anything but wait. Now we're back. I should probably try streaming without the Stream Deck and see if that helps. I don't I, I don't want to start replacing major things like my motherboard. Closest one to me is a 17 and a half hour flight. That's very funny. I'm sorry. I'm not surprised though. I was thinking as I was saying that, I was like, do they even have them in David or in Australia? Do I think Photon will be my first rank 4 when that comes around? I have no idea. There's no way for me to guarantee that I even get her as a 7-star, and by the time rank 4s are out, there's gonna be more of my characters. I don't know. It's gonna be annoying. I forgot. That hurt. Excuse me. As MCOC testing matches on the display phones. That is kind of cool. Hmm. I can't take a name more with any of these. Nope. What do you do? I can deal with that. that works. How quick was that? 27 seconds. Absurd. Alright, unblockable opener. Don't try and block. Don't do it. Take care, Icarus. He's doing fine. Alright, that healing will be nice. Aspect of Waters, or Aspect of Nightmares plus Chum the Waters is pretty annoying. But Powerful from Afar is worse, so we're gonna go that way. Right, Omega? Happens all the dang time. No. I didn't mean to parry him. Favorite fight I found was a boss Icarus with selective time stream and safeguard. That is funny. Selective time stream isn't in there anymore, right? You're talking past tense. Is your kit the same as regular guillotine? It is not. It's very simple and very old. Hey, Josh, how's it going? Special 3 does a lot of damage. Special 2 reverses healing. Crits place degens. Congratulations, you know how to play Deathless Guillotine. Honestly, I find her kind of refreshing for that. I do wish her special 1 had an effect on it, but she's simple and sweet. Yeah, it would be nice if we had some kind of limitation on the nodes so that they couldn't um, stack. Yes, her stat focus should be crit. 100%. Sir, you have not thrown a special yet. Thank you. Is that so hard? Did you hear that? Did that come through the stream? Please tell me you heard that. Oh, my phone responded. Like Siri activated. Double terminal velocity. No, thank you. All right. Jesus. He's just gonna be my nemesis today, huh? Aspect of death. Nope. Okay, that I can do. Power gain nodes seem to clump together. Maybe. There sure are a lot of them. In a way, it's almost what's left, right? Because we've cut so many of the damaging nodes because they scale with attack, and you just can't do that in incursions. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, Omega, but I would like us to eventually basically add a lot of the nodes we cut from incursions back in, but change them from scaling with the defender's attack to scaling with the attacker's health. I think that things would go so much better that way. Like, there's nothing morally or thematically wrong um, with having no retreat in incursions. There's just something wrong with having no retreat in incursions when dashing back twice kills you. Yeah, freezer burn in those too. Because like no amount of energy resistance will save you, right? Bleed resistance doesn't save you against biohazard because the numbers are so high that it's immunity or nothing. And I think that that really cheapens the RPG landscape of our game. survive a special evade. Why not just stack with base attack? What does that do? I don't think base attack is particularly interesting. Because the thing is that, like, Incursions scales those things up too. And you'll end up having, like, you'll just run into the same problem, right? Because then you're going to have like 7-star rank sixes, and people are going to be like, you dash back twice and it kills you. And so this node needs to go. And like, we're going to run right back into the same problem. I'm sorry if I'm being too dismissive. I feel like I am. My point is that I think that only kicks the can down the road. I think that ultimately what you want to happen is that you want incursions to be a limitless PvE node that is more about skill and hacks and RPG fun than it is a hard progression gate. And so I think that it's actually like the fact that scaling with attacker health would allow you to potentially use very underpowered characters as long as you played particularly well. I think that would be a feature. I missed you up there, Dot. Congrats on Necropolis exploration. I just saw that. If you're still here, huge congrats. Um, but yeah, I think that would be a feature, not a bug. And we would probably even make it like attacker base health, right? Because then the boost nodes actually like work. They have an extra benefit. Like there's so many cool things we could do in incursions if we were actually allowed to use damage as a threat again. That's why so much of it feels so binary, because it's like half of the incursions threats that are left are like you can technically play around this so it's not unfair damage, but like the fight may not be as interesting or it's power game. The node would actually have more variance and I think would be more interesting if you added back in damage in a manageable way. Yeah, we'll see. Anywho, this has definitely been a long enough stream for me at this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Log off. Um, Thank you all for sticking around. The start of this one was kind of rough, but the second one was better. I'll keep that in mind, Omega. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.